The guards are Allen Houston and Charlie Ward. Charles Oakley's the center, while Larry Johnson and Chris Mills are the forwards. The head coach for the Bulls is Phil Jackson. He's now in his 9th season. And Jeff Van Gundy's the coach for the Knicks. He's now in his 3rd. We begin our game action from Madison Square Garden in New York, 5 minutes into the first quarter. The hometown Knicks lead the Bulls 14-12.
Houston lets it go, and it's there for him again.
Again, Charlie Ward finding his hot man.
A step inside the line, a 2-point bucket, 16-12 New York. The Knicks come out sizzling, hitting 7 of their first 8, including 4 of them by Houston. Swatted away by Oakley, out of bounds, and it's still Chicago ball. 6 on the shot clock as they put it in.
There's great defensive recognition by the Knicks. Everybody's eyes is on the ball. Everybody's watching all the cuts.
Michael, 2 seconds to shoot over Houston. Got it.
That's nothing you can do about that. That was great defense by Allen Houston, but a spectacular, great play by Michael Jordan.
And now here's Michael with the steal, 3-on-1. Ward's the only guy back. Michael takes it all the way and misses the left-hander, but Harper cleans it up.
Well, there was a no call by the referee right there, which was the right call. They had a 3-on-1 fast break. The referee didn't want to send him to the line, knew that one of their players would follow up, and besides being, the player was inside the dotted area.
Tied at 16. Oakley. Left alone, misses it badly. Kukoc has it. From 15 in, Oakley can be effective. That was a bit outside his range. Jordan for 3. Hitting only about 20% of his three-point tries this year, but feeling it tonight.
Yeah, I think he wants to do something special, as Ahmad indicated, with the shoes that he's wearing. He's accepting the challenge now of Allen Houston. He wants to shut him down defensively, but he also wants to start attacking him offensively.
Mills from Houston. It's long, and Rodman has the rebound. Bulls with the ball on a 7-0 run to lead by 3. Taken away, and back comes Charlie Ward. And his pass eludes Houston.
That's all right. He's looking for the right guy, though. Charlie Ward, understanding of the game, has gotten better and better every year. He started out as a quarterback, but he's understanding how to play the point guard position in the NBA.
This could develop into a terrific shootout between Houston, who's riding a hot streak the last few weeks, and Jordan. Michael hits again.
Well, I like what we're seeing here, Bob, because both of these two guys have accepted the challenge. It must be the shoes. I told you, Bob, I wanted those shoes from the All-Star game.
Houston coming in off the baseline, takes a nice pass from Ward, and he now has 11.
So you're watching Houston grow up. You're watching him mature as a player. He's accepted the responsibility of putting his team on his back and carrying them. Now they have to get Mills involved in the offense now.
Kukoc out of the corner. Misses it. Rebound across the bucket to Ward, who's fouled from behind by Harper. The basket by Houston a moment ago snapped the 9-0 Chicago run.
The pump fake by Jordan, and he brings him back to the right. He takes him left, then he brings him right. The drawing kick from Harper. They like to get into the lane, and then he stares him down and just shoots right over him. But there's nothing that Allen Houston can do because he's playing good defense. All the shots have been contested.
Michael has 9. Houston has 11. Ward driving baseline through a crowd. Finds Johnson, and Larry Johnson to the right hand, hitting off the glass.
See, the middle of the lane is open for both teams because you don't have a big center standing in the middle. There's no Longley, there's no Patrick Ewing, so everybody's allowed to move.
In and out for Michael on the turnaround, but Harper trying to keep it alive, and it rolls to Michael. A fresh 24 for Chicago. Rodman, the touch pass to Harper. Baseline jumper. Pippen scoops it up. Scotty with a leaner. Rebound Johnson.
He's got to get Mills involved right now. They got to run something for Mills.
Johnson from Oakley.
But Johnson will do.
We now jump ahead in the action with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. The Knicks lead the Bulls 22-21.
And Oakley is there on the boards. Charlie Ward, 7 assists already. His career high is 10. Oakley to Johnson on the baseline. 8 on the 24. Draws a triple team. Kukoc might have kicked it. It goes out of bounds and will belong to the Knicks. They get a fresh 24 on the kick ball. Chris Mills out, and John Starks makes his first appearance off the New York bench.
I think
Go ahead,
Van Gundy recognized that Chris Mills was kind of struggling, and he wants to bring some more offensive punch into the game. That's why he brought Starks into the game.
Pippen touched it last. New York ball. A correction on Charlie Ward. His season high is 10 against Milwaukee. His career high 12 assists, but he already has 7 in this first quarter. Starks bounces it back to Ward. Floater with the left hand, and he gets the roll.
Bob, you're absolutely right on Charlie Ward. You know, you can see the little things that he's picking up. The back cut he just made, he wouldn't have made that play 2 seasons ago, but he's starting to understand how to play the game of professional basketball. You see the back cut and the extension of the left hand. 2 years ago, he didn't have that in his repertoire, but he's learning how to play the game. He's learning how to read the defense. Just as a quarterback would in football, he's learning how to do that now in basketball.
Well, they say it usually takes a quarterback 3 or 4 years to get acclimated to a league, and he's the former Heisman Trophy winning quarterback from Florida State. Steve Kerr, first appearance in quite a while, back from the shoulder injury. Wastes no time unleashing a 3 and hitting it.
Wow, that's nice. You know, to have that type of confidence in your first game back, to step up to the line and drop a 3 as soon as you step off the bench, that's huge.
Same kind of confidence he showed in hitting the championship winning shot in Game 6 at the United Center last June against Utah. Ward for 3. Way long. Johnson. Oh! Can't follow. But Oakley can, coming in from the right side. Plus a foul.
Now, Oakley usually has his way with Rodman underneath because Oakley is so big and strong. His legs are so powerful that he can push Rodman underneath. Usually, Rodman can battle those guys and push him away, but you see Oakley can come over him and push him underneath because he's so massive. Head-to-head, you see Oakley usually gives Rodman a very tough time because of the body strength. When you look at Rodman and Oakley, they can guard centers because they have the leverage. It's not about how tall you are, but it's about how much leverage you have underneath. We watched Oakley last week or a week ago guard Shaq in the middle and push him out. It's about how much leverage that you can get underneath, and Oakley and Rodman do a good job of that.
Foul on Rodman is first. 3-point play gives the Knicks the 3-point lead. Scott Burrell in for the first time to Jordan, and now Pippen. Scotty hits the turnaround.
Now with John Starks in the game, if he's guarding Pippen or Jordan, they'll take him right down to the low post because they feel they have a size advantage on him.
Johnson from Ward, another assist for Ward, and now he positions himself in front of Pippen, takes some contact. The actual call was traveling on Scotty. Either way, the ball goes to the Knicks.
Charlie Ward is right on the money, and he's playing every part of this game correct so far. I think the biggest growth in his development has come when Chris Childs is out of the game. When Chris Childs has been hurt, you have Houston and Starks. You see Ward understanding how to position himself and take the charge. But when
Ward for 3. Rodman has the rebound.
When the Knicks play 3 guards, they're a much more effective team than when they play 4 guards.
Burrell spins out. Oakley has it. Heads it ahead for Johnson on the run, trying to save it and can't. And into the spectators.
The pace of this game is incredible. You got a high-scoring game going on. The Knicks have 29 points in the first quarter. Traditionally, they're a low-scoring team, but you don't have the centers in the middle clogging down everything. The tallest player out on the floor is 6'7", 6'8", and there's a lot of movement, a lot of space, a lot of ball movement, pass movement. This is beautiful basketball that we're watching.
Jordan. And nothing more beautiful than watching him play.
He makes it look so easy, Bob.
He's in double figures now for the 819th consecutive game, extending his own record, 11 first-quarter points.
When you can make it look that easy, it comes from hours and hours of practice.
The Knicks by 1. Shot clock at 4. Houston putting a capper on a terrific first period. He has 13. Jordan will beat the buzzer for 3.
That'll do it for the first quarter, with New York leading Chicago 31-28.
Official NBA.
We're back in New York's Madison Square Garden for the start of this second quarter. The Knicks lead the Bulls 31-28.
Wennington in for the first time, and Wennington misses it. The follow for Pippen no good, but he slaps it back up. That won't drop, and Oakley finally has it. Kerr gets in front and knocks it out of bounds. New York ball.
We talked to Phil Jackson earlier, and he said that he was concerned about his bench when they came into the game because they haven't had much practice time. He thought that they would be a little ragged, and they are a little bit right now.
Charlie Ward into Starks, guarded by Kerr. Into the lane, but loses it. Pippen comes away with it. Mills and Houston chasing him. Scotty to the bucket with the up and under. That's no good, but Rodman, trailing the play, slams it home.
Never gave up on the play. Ran all the way down, followed it up, and slammed it in. And I think he likes doing that. You see the big smile on Rodman's face.
Pippen trying to guard Houston to the baseline. Misses badly, but Oakley is there, and a whistle blows as Oakley goes up with a follow shot. Wennington picks up the foul.
Now watch Rodman. He never gives up on the play. There's a steal made, and he streaks down court. And watch the miss and the follow-up. He beats 2 offensive players down court to get it. Never stops running, times it. That's perfect. That's why he gets so many rebounds. He goes after every single one of them.
The Knicks allow fewer offensive rebounds per game than any other team in the NBA. They do a good job on the defensive boards. And in fact, the last time these two teams played, the Bulls were held, this is remarkable, to only 3 offensive rebounds in the game. But the rebound and stuff for Rodman was their 9th on the offensive glass in this first half. Oakley hits 1 of 2. The Knicks lead by 2. Kerr with another 3. And it's good again. Whatever rust he may have been suffering with, he worked it off during practice.
That just goes to show you the amount of practice time that he's put in, because he can step out on the court and shoot with this type of confidence right now.
Starks through a crowd. Still can't buy one, and Kerr has a rare rebound. Nick Ball on the turnover. They trail it by 1, 33-32. Houston and Johnson carrying the bulk of the load for the Knicks. This is first quarter scoring. Pippen with 10 and Jordan with 11 for Chicago.
Now what both those graphs say to me is that both teams are executing remarkably well. They're doing exactly what the coach wants them to. New York wants to feature Houston and Johnson.
Tough shot for Houston, and he can't hit it.
And Chicago wants to feature Pippen and Jordan. They'll run Pippen right into the low post now to see what they can get out of it.
Wennington wide open. Bill Wennington still has some fans here. Played for a great St. John's team that included Walter Berry and Chris Mullin. Went to the Final Four in the 1980s.
We now jump ahead in our game with just under 4 minutes remaining in the first half. The visiting Chicago Bulls now lead New York 39-38. Chicago's defense and rebounding advantage has slowed down the Knicks' offensive momentum in the second quarter.
Houston on Jordan. Michael into the lane to the left hand. He's got 15 now.
Broke him down with the quick step, went left. Nothing there.
Houston from Oakley. The Bulls by 3. Johnson inside. That was just the third field goal of the second period for the Knicks. They're 3 of 13 in this period after making 14 of 20 in the first quarter. Jordan over Houston. Rebound battle, chase to the side. Who's got it? It's Nick Ball.
Now you see this game, it will go in spurts. You have high-scoring minutes and then you have lows. And the reason why is because you don't have the centers that you can pound it into the middle to slow the game down, to make sure that you can walk to the free throw line.
Inside 3 minutes to play until halftime. Getting free inside is Chris Mills.
Good recognition by Charles Oakley. He has the mind of a point guard when he's out there passing the ball. He recognized that the defender had slipped and took advantage of it.
And off the Oakley assist, Mills gives the Knicks the lead at 42-41. Jordan into the lane, but it's short. Out of bounds to the Knicks.
Now the Knicks will try to come back and reestablish Houston again. They'll probably put him down on the baseline, run some more screens for him to send him in at the half, still feeling warm and still feeling hot.
Mills thinking about it against Bushler. Turns and misses. Rodman again, his 12th rebound. Pippen to the front court. Ward knocks it out of bounds. Michael Jordan has launched 16 shots already, intent on having a big game tonight. He averages 23 attempts per game.
You know, people talk about how many shots that he takes, but I can tell you from playing, it's very difficult to put up 16, 23, and 25 shots every night. That takes an awful lot of work and an awful lot of energy.
Rodman with 8 on the 24. Michael, his 17th shot is batted away by Mills. And the shot clock will be reset at 1 second. The Bulls have 1 second to shoot as the ball went out of bounds, touched last by the Knicks. Pippen lobs it up near the hoop. And then Bushler picks it up, but the shot clock sounds before he gets that reverse attempt up in the air. Jackson disputing the call. You be the judge.
Well, the ball hits the rim, but it hits from out of bounds. Now, technically, the 24-second clock is not supposed to start until somebody touches the ball, not necessarily when it hits the rim.
The Knicks maintain the 42-41 lead. Houston slicing through. Rodman comes away with it. Bushler. Oakley clears the boards for New York. Oakley and Harper with some contact, no call. Houston with a long one, and Allen Houston swishes it home.
They want to get him back into the game and have him go into the half warm.
Rodman misses the rare jumper. He'll take one now and then, sometimes for his own reasons, sometimes within the flow of the offense.
But Bob, that was a smart shot by Rodman because it gave Chicago to have a 2-for-1 opportunity now. Now they'll get the ball coming back with 8 seconds to go on the shot clock.
Johnson from Oakley, off-balance shot is short. Here comes Michael. Spinning in the lane for the slam.
Nice. Nice. shook him, spent him, then dunked him.
Oakley gets back, though. And Oakley, with just under 5 seconds to play, steals a basket for New York. Pippen trying to get a shot off, but he won't.
That concludes our first 2 quarters of play from Madison Square Garden in New York. The hometown Knicks lead the Bulls 46-43. We're at halftime in New York. Let's check out some highlights. Michael Jordan made what might be his final appearance at the Garden. And MJ showed early on he was intent on being a major factor against the Knicks. But New York's Allen Houston took control for the home team, displaying his fine outside touch. Superstar forward Scottie Pippen was a favorite target for Jordan. Number 33 scored in transition, as well as with some strong moves right through the heart of the Knicks' tough interior defense. Allen Houston's red-hot three-point shooting and fine inside play kept this contest close. Yet, his Knicks teammates had no answer for Michael Jordan. Spectacular play was the key to Chicago's first-half success. Now let's take a look at the first-half stats. The Knicks shot an impressive 51.3% from the field, but struggled from three-point territory, shooting just 2 of 7. Conversely, the Bulls connected on 3 of 7 attempts from behind the arc, yet scored on less than 40% of their field goals. We're back at Madison Square Garden in New York City. We now continue our game with just over 10 minutes remaining in the third quarter. The Knicks lead the Bulls 50-45. Both teams have reasserted their offensive momentum early on in the quarter.
Jordan tries to answer and can't. Kukoc misses from short range, and Oakley is there. Houston for 3. Overshot it. Pippen back the other way. Gets it back from Michael and hits the 3 out of the corner.
You know, every time you watch Chicago play and when Jordan has big games, Pippen is the one that really kills you.
Houston driving on Jordan into a crowd. Counted plus the foul.
Again, you see Jordan crowd Houston. You see him crowd Houston, and Houston has the ability to put it on the floor. Loves to go right, but also can go left. And you turn around and you see it again. He's up on him, going right, cuts him off with his body, takes the bump, leans and finishes.
But can't hit the free throw, so the Knicks maintain a 4-point lead at 52-48. Harper from Kukoc, 7 on the 24. Harper to the baseline, tries the bank and doesn't have it. Rodman clears the boards. His 14th rebound. Jordan nearly blocked, and the shot's going to fall. Oh, man.
That was nice.
Nice is an understatement.
Took the bump, took the hit, reversed it, spent it around. But what made the play successful was his ability to go left. Houston forced him left, and he extends and takes the hit. Knew he was going to get a hard hit from Oakley. Turns around and spins it right in. You see Houston forces him left. He takes the short baby step, takes the hit, and spins it off.
Oakley with the foul. Michael with his first free throw of the game, and that spins out.
Again, the pace of this game, Chicago has only shot 3 free throws, but they put up close to 50 shots. With no center in the middle, you don't have a lot of free throws, and you have a lot of shots going up from the perimeter.
Chris Mills got it off the glass, and he's coming to the foul line.
You got Oakley and Pippen underneath going at it. Those two were teammates. Oakley gave Pippen a shot. Wants to try to knock him off his game right now. They know if they be physical with Chicago, get him in a type of pushing and shoving match, that gets Chicago out of the game. Now watch Oakley. Pippen's trying to block him out, takes him underneath. Oakley locks him and then gives him a shot in the chest. Pippen said, come on, please.
The personal foul was on Rodman, his second. A double technical has been called on Oakley and Pippen. No shots for that. And Mills will now shoot the personal foul, trying to complete the three-point play as we check in with Ahmad.
You know, Bob, it just goes to show you how hotly contested this ball game is. Scottie Pippen and Charles Oakley are two of the best friends off the court, and they get into something like this. It just shows you that these guys, once you get on the court, hey, it's all about competing. Bob?
Oakley's first 3 years in the league were with the Bulls. Good years for him. This is his 10th season as a Knick. Bulls down by 5. Harper in the lane. Can't cut it to 3, but Jordan can.
Nice follow-up. Great extension. Timed it perfectly. Used his body, used Oakley's body to gain leverage so he can tap it in.
21 for Michael, leading the league at 28-2. Oakland can't finish it. Rodman another rebound. Flings it ahead to Pippen. Harper from Kukoc cans it off the baseline. And the Bulls are within one at 55-54, a half dozen for Harper.
When you look at Oakley and you watch that last drive he just had, Oakley's a 2-foot jumper. He's not a 1-foot jumper. And whenever he has to extend off 1 feet, it's hard for him to gain leverage and to get his balance. He's a 2-foot jumper.
Jordan takes it away from Johnson. The Bulls with a chance to recapture the lead. Kukoc from Michael. Another try, but it's knocked away. And Oakley comes out of the pack with it. Johnson with a 3 that is short. And Michael has the rebound. Stutter step, pull up. It's long. Up and over the glass. And the Knicks will have it.
As we take a break in the action, the Knicks lead the Bulls 55-54.
Chris Mills picks up the foul on Scotty Burrell's drive. Burrell hits the first. Kukoc comes back in, and Pippen will get a breather at the end of this third quarter. Burrell, the former Toronto Blue Jay farmhand, fine pitcher who decided to give up his baseball aspirations and concentrate on basketball, makes 1 out of 2. Burrell kind of Mr. Garbage time. In 2 games against Denver this year, he's averaged 18 points. He threw in 20 against Toronto. When they want to give the regulars a breather, he can come in and fill it up. Here's Starks. Missing short. And Rodman styling a bit on the rebound. 18 boards for Dennis, who hasn't had a 20-rebound game since late January, but is closing in on one here. Shot clock and game clock virtually identical. Bulls will hold for the last one. Rodman will take it, and this is short, and that'll do it in the third. The Bulls lead at 74-71.
NBA headwear and apparel by Adidas.
8:30 Monday.
Want me to go to this apartment with you?
He's a cop, Reese. I told you it was a setup.
A brand new season of Emmy award-winning television.
Okay, partner.
Hey, partner.
Jimmy Smits, Dennis Franz, Kim Delaney, and joining soon, Rick Schroeder.
So that's what 14-year-olds are wearing now?
Yeah, me and all my pals.
Rediscover the drama that broke all the rules.
You can't hold me unless you arrest me.
Okay, consider yourself arrested.
And get ready for some big surprises.
I love you, Bobby.
I wish I knew where I can't breathe.
NYPD Blue, Monday on 10.
Gold Label girls will make you come alive.
They'll chat with you about the things you want to hear. Phone now. 1-900-123-555. The discreet gold label girls offer the ultimate in phone chat and are live 24 hours a day. It's fun. It's exciting. 1-900-123-555. One call can make all the difference. 1-900-123-555.
Australia's greatest carpet and rug sale is extended. Carpets, rugs and runners, dining room size from $350. Pure New Zealand wool, sisal, twist, plushes, all under $100 a metre. Trade welcome, no reasonable offer refused. Old Sydney Casino, 9 a.m. till midnight, ends Monday.
Hear about what's hot and what's not. It's fun, it's one-on-one, and it's free for a limited time. Listen to the goss, find a friend, make a date. Call Hot Gossip now. Women, call Sydney 9923 4747. Men, call Sydney 9923 4748. It's new, it's fun, and you call the shots. Hot Gossip, it's free. Call now.
Look at this offer from Cresta. Stylish side drapes, plus matching tiebacks and volants, all for just $259. It's best to call Cresta now on 133096.
Monday, a senseless murder seen through the babblings of a madman.
A blasphemous whore with a crown of fire. She was screaming at her.
A mystery that leads right back to the Catholic Church.
You think I killed her?
Prepare for a brand new season of drama.
Happy.
Ecstatic. Award-winning television.
All we need is a speck of blood where it doesn't belong.
I didn't kill her.
If you haven't gotten into Law and Order yet,
all right, you win.
It's a crime. The new season begins 9:30 Monday on 10.
We're back at Madison Square Garden with 7 minutes left in the game. The Bulls lead the Knicks 82-76.
Here's Cummings. Fouled as Harper and Pippen had him sandwiched. Ahmad has more on what we were talking about. Take it.
Yeah, see, Bob, now, I'm just going to give you a definitive answer on this whole thing. Phil Jackson takes a sabbatical. Doesn't coach next year. Michael Jordan, because he really wants to play, continues to play, and also becomes the player coach. Now, I got this information. Now, you know how close Michael and I are. You know, I got this information from another friend who I really respect, and he said that this is, in fact, what's going to happen. Now, this other friend of mine is a guy named Alvin who works down at the store near my house. He doesn't know any of the people involved, but that's what he feels is going to happen, and I think that that's probably a possibility.
What kind of store does Alvin run?
It's a little, a little store where you buy coffee and stuff. A convenience store.
Oh, I see. Well, those guys are usually well connected.
Yeah, he is. He's involved.
You know, a lot of traffic in and out of the store. You can pick up tips that way.
That's right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you got it. The foul was on Harper, his third. Cummings makes one of two. The Knicks trail by 5 as we move inside 7 minutes. Jordan back in. Harper from Rodman. Swatted away cleanly. But then a whistle. It might have been a delayed call from Joey Crawford.
The back cut and Cummings goes up.
Oh, man.
And I think that was clean.
That's all ball.
I think he got all ball.
That is all ball.
See, Cummings extends with the left hand. He doesn't go right-handed to come over his body. He extends with the left hand and he blocks the shot. That was all ball.
Instead, Terry Cummings, in his 16th NBA season, picks up his second foul. He's been with Milwaukee, San Antonio, San Diego. That's when the Clippers were in San Diego. Seattle, Philadelphia, now New York. How long has he been around? He was a teammate of Bill Walton's on the Clippers.
Well, I grew up with Terry Cummings, and we used to tease him in the neighborhood because he was the first guy who ever started lifting weights. And we used to call him Musclehead. But when he got to college, he was pounding and dominating us. And his conditioning and his weightlifting is the reason why he's been able to battle that heart condition that he has.
Starks from Johnson, misses it. Jordan battling with Cummings for the rebound. Michael with a chance, as we noted earlier, for a triple-double, closing in on it. Bulls lead by 6. Rodman flipping it behind his head to Pippen, who's fouled by Cummings.
Pippen is so good. I mean, this guy, you know, he's learned so much from Michael Jordan. You can tell that by them playing and competing and practicing against each other. He has so much confidence. He has so much skill. Mentally, he's just as sharp as Jordan. And when Jordan takes a rest, he's always there to capitalize.
Foul on Cummings was his third. Jordan into the lane with the fadeaway. Count it and bring him to the line.
See, look at the pass. I mean, it's perfect between them. It's the pass that leads him right to the score. You know, Pippen gives him a pass. Jordan doesn't know what's behind him, but Pippen gives it to him right, and he knows the split's coming. It's the pass that sets up the shot. These two work so well together. You know, Jordan can see it without even realizing it, that it's the pass that Pippen gives him. You know, the pass takes you right to the shot.
37 now for Jordan. Cummings picks up his fourth foul. A 9-point Chicago lead, their biggest of the night.
7:30 Tuesday.
We now jump ahead in our action with over 3 minutes left in the game. The Bulls lead the Knicks 95-83.
Michael moving in for the steal and the save for Harper. Harper now all the way to the bucket. Hits it and he's fouled.
See, this is when Chicago takes your heart. They know that they may possibly run into New York again in the playoffs, so they want to plant it in their minds that you'll never beat us. Now watch Jordan shoot the lane and makes a steal, and he jumps and throws it. Now watch Harper as he comes down and uses his body to shield off Oakley. Takes it to his strong hand, which is his right hand. Oakley tries to foul him, but Harper seals him off.
Is there anyone who loves a grand stage and knows what to do with it like Michael Jordan? Here's Mills. Just about over now. Down by 15 with 3 minutes to play. Starks spinning and losing it. Loose ball battled for. Oakley is there, tying up Harper. Houston has it off the jump ball.
Now, look at Chicago's defensive pressure. They're up 15 with less than 3 minutes to go, and they're still scrambling around like they're down 2.
Starks open for a 3 and connects with it.
That's the beautiful thing about watching Chicago play, is that they play every single minute, every single second.
Here's a New York steal. Ward works it to Starks, gets it back from him. Head fake on Michael. Good ball movement. Mills inside. Harper got a piece of it, no foul.
Too indecisive. They passed up 3 wide open shots. One of those guys should have pulled up and knocked the shot down.
Here is Kerr. Finding Michael. Off the glass. No basket.
Well, you got an offensive foul on Steve Kerr. Charlie Ward was putting a lot of pressure on him. Those two were banging back and forth. And as Kerr punched it into the post, he turned around and pushed Ward off of him.
Negating the Jordan hoop, so he's still at 42. Starks immediately lets it go and misses it. Chasing his own rebound into the corner with the save for Houston, who's fouled by Harper.
See, now you watch, you see Kerr pushes him off. Ward was all over him. Kerr gave him a little shove. The referee caught it and called the foul.
Perhaps lost in all the excitement over Jordan's game today as Houston misses is this guy, Steve Kerr, returning after missing 22 games with a fractured left clavicle and returning with confidence, hitting his first 2 3-point attempts. When they get their three-point shooter, a career 47% three-point shooter back to complement this offense, that could be a key in a stretch run.
It could be a key, Bob, but I still think that they need some presence and some force coming off the bench.
Pippen to the left hand. And he makes a bid to show up on the highlights tonight.
See, everybody feeds off of Jordan, and Pippen feeds off of him also.
Oakley scores at the other end, 26 for Pippen. Oakley with that basket now has 10 to go with 14 rebounds.
Now what Chicago will do now is try to run some clock, spread the floor, pass the ball around, get some movement, and then hit you with another dagger at the end.
Mills knocked it away from Pippen. Jordan has hit 17 of 33 to this point for 42 points. Looks like he won't get the triple-double. He had 8 rebounds and 6 assists a while ago, and he's stuck on those numbers. 8 boards, 6 assists, 42 points, and now he leaves. To a standing ovation. Some of the crowd has left, but most of it remains, and an appreciative ovation for Jordan.
And the thing that I like most about what we've just seen is Phil Jackson's understanding for Jordan, understanding how this is a special moment for Jordan, and he lets the crowd acknowledge him.
Pippen turns and fires, and Scotty is short. Harper trying to keep it alive. Now it starts. Last minute, Chicago by 13. Brooks Thompson. Dickie Simpkins making his first appearance. He wears number 8. Lubara Dickie Simpkins out of Providence. They signed him after Jason Caffey was dealt to Golden State for David Vaughn. They released Vaughn. They brought Simpkins back, who had been with them for 3 seasons prior to this and knows their offense. Houston had to battle for that shot and puts it down, giving him 24, but most of it came in the first half.
Yeah, he was left out of the fourth quarter a little bit too long.
Pippen whips a pass into the lane for Harper, who has to chase it down. 6 on the shot clock. Kerr serving notice. He's back.
And Phil Jackson loves that he's back because it gives them such a big weapon now. Now they can really spread the floor.
Mills pulls up, misses a 3. Pippen has it. 5 seconds to play. Scotty will dribble it out.
And our final score, the Chicago Bulls 102, the New York Knicks 89. Now here's what the standings looked like last March when this game was played. Chicago led the Central Division, followed by Indiana in second place. Charlotte was in third place. Atlanta was in fourth place. In the Atlantic Division, Miami was alone in first place, while New York was in second place. New Jersey was in third. Orlando was in fourth place. Washington was in fifth. Utah led the Midwest Division, while San Antonio was in second place. Minnesota was in third. Houston was in fourth. Vancouver was in fifth place. And in the Pacific Division, Seattle was in first place, while the Lakers were in second. Phoenix was in third. Portland in fourth, followed by Sacramento in fifth. Once again, the Chicago Bulls defeat the New York Knicks 102-89.